Happy Monday, everybody. Happy Monday, or almost Tuesday if you're not in the States. Welcome to Twisted Tragedies. We follow all the twists and turns wherever they lead. I am your host, Elise, and yeah, we're a little late today. But there's some stuff going on, and I had been on the phone with some victims and working on some stuff, and there's a lot going on, right? So that's why we're late. Also, yesterday we had an incident with my wonderful, beautiful, amazing mods, because my mods do God's work over here, okay, dealing with the trolls once in a while. They do God's work, but I do want to give an apology because when I went back and looked, a mistake was made, and I'm okay with accepting a mistake was made. I cannot possibly monitor every comment, everything. That is why I have mods, because it's just not possible for me to be doing this, and this at the same time. So I want to give an apology to Drops of Jupiter. I have to figure out how to unblock her. I looked this morning. I couldn't. I need her to send me the URL to her YouTube. But what had happened was she had used an acronym that means get the fuck out of here. And Jesse asked what the acronym meant. And then Drops of Jupiter told her what it meant, but what it looked like was that she was telling her to get the fuck out of here, because I didn't catch the top part, right? So I lost my shit. And I shouldn't have lost my shit, but my mods do God's work. And they take a lot of abuse. I take a lot of abuse myself. And we got a lot, going on when dealing with trolls. But I do want to apologize to Drops of Jupiter, because she was responding to the question that Jesse asked her, which was, what does that mean, right? And the acronym itself was get the fuck out of here. So I apologize. My mistake. Couldn't possibly, but everybody else thought the same thing too. So I didn't catch the top part. I went back. I looked. I have to figure out how to unblock her. Because let's be clear, I will not accept any disrespect to my mods or me. They do amazing work. They go above and beyond. They deal with a lot of abuse. I deal with a lot of abuse. And so, I didn't scroll up. Right. I didn't scroll up because listen, I'm doing 10 things at once always. Know that. I got 2 screens. I got a laptop. I have a phone. There's always some shit going on. All right. And so I apologize to Drops of Jupiter. It's not her fault that I lost my shit and I did not catch the top part, and everybody was confused. So my apologies. I can accept when something happens that I did wrong. See how that works? I did something wrong because I didn't understand, okay? And you say, oh shit, I made a mistake. My bad. I apologize. Don't hate on the girl. It's not her fault. It's my fault, right? It's my fault. Didn't know that we were talking about an acronym up there. That's not what it looked like. So, of course, I just caught the back end. But again, I can't possibly check everything. You know what I mean? I can't possibly. And I don't think Jesse would have known that's what it meant either. You know what I mean? So it's I'll figure out how to unblock her. I tried this morning, but it doesn't work with, just the name for some reason. You have 2 names on YouTube. You have the name that pops up on the screen here, and then you have another one. So I'm trying to figure out how to unblock her. Thank you, Dan. Thank you. You too. Same to you, Dan. Same to you. I tried to figure it out before the stream, and I need her to send me her URL to how everyone, when you go to the top of your YouTube, it's www.youtube.com/ and then it'll say your name, but it might have some letters or numbers after it. I need that to fix it because there's too many trolls in the block list. I went through the entire thing and I didn't see her name, but it's got to be there. You know what I mean? It has to be. So usually if I just pop in someone's URL into the box, it'll show me and then I can take it off. It's been that way before. So, I mean, she's more than welcome to send it to me and I'll happily unblock it because that's my bad. That's my fault. I can't possibly see everything in chat, obviously. I'm only one person, and I think everybody got a little confused there. So, but that I do apologize because it's not her fault. You know, that she was answering a question, but the question just happened to be what the acronym was, and the acronym was get the fuck out of here. So there was a little confusion happening, you know, there was confusion happening. There was confusion, and I apologize because we never want that to happen to someone. You know what I mean? Also, oh, where did I put it? Hold on. I have a very important thank you. Hold on. So yesterday, after I left here with you guys, okay? Yesterday, I got a little Amazon package. Actually, this little Amazon package, right? It's a little package. My husband works for like a logistics company. So he was like, open it. I want to see what's in these weird little packages, right? So so I opened it, obviously. I didn't order anything. I never order anything. I have the money for that. And it was this little tiny box, right? This little tiny pink box. And I'm like, ooh, I wonder what this is. It came with this wonderful, beautiful little note here. And what it was this very beautiful, pretty eyeshadow that I have worn today to show you guys how beautiful it is. It's iridescent, right? See that? It's like unicorn eyeshadow. It's very pretty, right? See? Show you guys what it looks like. A little bit. Oh, I can't even see. It is so pretty. It's just, you can't even see it in the light, but it is so pretty and iridescent. See it on my finger. See? It looks like this anyway, bottom line. It's very beautiful, but the note was even kinder. I don't know who it was from because it's anonymous, but it says, enjoy your party. Hope these gifts brighten your day. Keep spreading good vibes, truth, and forgiveness as the TT family grows. From Anonymous. And I kept it because I feel like I want to make like a little wall of them, right? I feel like I have one of these little cork boards, and I feel like these little cute, little, you know, awesome, well-written little compliments are just, they're like what you could, like when parents teach their kids to read themselves, like good things about themselves in the morning, affirmations. It's kind of like a little affirmation, right? It is. It's like a little affirmation. So I feel like if I just put a cork board maybe above the screens over here, I can put them all on the cork board, right? I think that would be like a really cool, pretty, awesome idea. And I absolutely love this. Love it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And we're going to put it right here. I have my little, it's for my pencils and pens. I've had it for a while, but I haven't had a desk to put it on. But so I'm going to put it right here because I love it so much. It's going to stay with me on my desk. Okay. It's going to stay right there on my desk. I love it. So whoever that was, thank you. It's beautiful. I love it very, very much. And it was an even nicer note. So I appreciate that. Very sweet. It was very sweet. So looks like Trooper Fracture pulled his appeal to get his job back. Do you have any more information on this or why he isn't appealing it anymore? No, but I can definitely find out. If he pulled his appeal, I'm wondering if he just doesn't want to work for them anymore. Could be possible, Tracy, that he just doesn't want to work there anymore and just like, you know what? Screw the appeal. You know, screw the appeal. I mean, maybe he's gonna sue. I don't know. I'd have to find out, but you could definitely ask and see, you know, if there's any information I can give you guys about it, for sure. We don't know. I don't know. You are right, Donna. You are right. And that's the problem, right? Is he always tries to spin it as some sort of they're disparaging him. And it's like, no, they're defending themselves. He tries this every time in court. Well, look at all the things that they said about me. No, after you attack them, they're defending themselves, right? They're defending themselves. Any man who thinks it's normal to do what he does and then make comments like, oh, I love it when they, ask me to stop harassing them and I just won't do it. Like, that's disgusting. That's abusive. Okay? It is abusive. I don't give a fuck. People don't seem to understand that just slapping a woman, like that's abusive, right? But there's psychological abuse and torture, really, in my opinion. Okay? And there's emotional abuse, right? That's what that is. You don't have to be punching people in the face to be an abuser. Let's be very clear here. Okay? Verbal, emotional, mental abuse. All of those things are abuse. Coercive control is abuse. Now, when someone's asking you to leave them alone and you're trying to barter with them and tell them you want them to do X, Y, and Z, like he's done 1 million times to 1 million people, that's blackmail. That's abusive. That's coercive control. Him trying to control other people based on his attacks and using them. That's abuse. All right? It's awful. It's not normal behavior by any stretch of the freaking imagination. By the way, Scorpio, it's a little fan that you got me. It's just like sitting here on my desk and like right here. So proud of it. I'm just saying. Scorpio got me this very cool little fan for the summertime. And this little guy is very powerful. All right? Look at, you hear that thing? Look how powerful this little, that's on 2. All right? That's 3. This little guy is quite a little powerful. I keep it on my desk. That's 4. Look at that. 5 is even better, but I keep it right here on my desk. Right aimed at my face. I love it. I love it so much. I love it. Ooh. See, I love that. I freaking, in a day, I love this, though. I actually took pictures of the desk to send them to you later on Facebook and show you because I am so happy. I don't know if you were here yesterday when I said thank you again, but thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love my desk. I have so much space. I don't know what to do with myself. I don't know what to do with myself. Look, I have so much space. I kind of Halloweened the background a little. I got my pink skull and my blinged out pumpkin and my little, I got my other skull over here and my cauldron down there and my creepy, I got the creepy stuff going on, But I love this, right? I love this. 50, that's so many of wood. And that's going to do a lot for people who have wood burning stoves, right? To keep warm in the wintertime. Like, they're going to be very appreciative of that, because not many people think of others. I love it. I love it so much. You have no idea. And actually, we had so much fun putting it together. I'm not even going to lie. Like, we were like little babies putting it together. All the pieces were kindly labeled like A through Z. And then the screws and stuff were labeled like 1 through whatever. And so I put all the pieces against the wall here. And we're like, all right, now we need this one and this one. And I got 2 drawers over here, which is awesome. I have 2 shelves here, down here. And, the L is like, there's a little space here. And then the whole rest of it is over here. And then the screens are up, right? So they're not down on the regular desk, which is down here. It has like this other part of it that rises up. It's like another shelf. And then you put the screens on that part, right? And then I got my lights back here, one over there, one over there. One on, back behind the desk, and then one on the side of the desk. And I had this whole little sticky note thing that I've had for like ever, but I never really had like a desk to have it on, right? Like, now I have a desk to have it on. Now I have to get one of those big pads, one of those big, like, pads that go on the desk. I don't have one of those. I just have the little mouse pad, which I love, by the way, but I have to get something for my wrists for in front of the keyboard. I have it for the mouse pad, but I need something for in front of the keyboard. But I have so much space. I don't even know what to do with all this space. I don't know what to do with it all. I feel like, what do I do with all this space? I'm not at a little table anymore where everything's touching each other. There's actual space where I can put this over here and it's not going to fall, and I can put that over there, and I still have all this space. I love it so much. I love it. I am like a little kid. It's okay. It's the little things for me. Okay, it's the little things. I mean, the eyeshadow made my day yesterday. Just a singular little, tiny little. You know what I mean? I love it. I love. Everybody has a Jerry though, right? Sunken. I feel like everybody has a Jerry or an Ethel. Ethel, right? Like Ethel. But I love that because not everybody thinks of other people. You know, it's very rare that people think of other people. And I was just having this discussion with someone right before the stream, and I can't shut it off. You know what I mean? Like I'm that person that just can't shut off wanting to help or do what I can. And I can't do much, but what I can do, I always do just because I feel like I should. You know what I mean? Like, because there's not many people that do these days. And so I do what I can. And I feel like it's important for all of us to do something. And it doesn't have to cost a penny. Just being there for someone is big. You know, it's big. All of you being here is big. You know, coming to my streams, that's big. That's a super big help. And I appreciate it more than probably any of you know. And I think that's such a nice thing for you to do. And that's going to give heat to people, right? Who wouldn't be able to afford that otherwise. I did. Yeah. Tracy just said that he dropped his appeal. I'm going to have to find out why. I feel like everybody's a Jerry though, right? Like a Jerry or an Ethel. Like everybody's got that douchey neighbor. Actually, in my neighborhood, we don't have a Jerry. We don't have an Ethel or a Jerry, actually. Yeah, but even Jerry, I guess, could probably use some kindness once in a while. But sometimes there's like a Jerry that's like so miserable that you leave Jerry like dinner. You know, you just like drop it at his front door and ring the bell and, you know, hope he gets his warm dinner. You're just trying to be a nice person. The next thing you know, the plate is flipped over outside and you're like, all right, Jerry. You know, I was trying to be nice, Jerry. But you're that miserable, Jerry. All right. So even sometimes even when you're trying to be nice, there are just some people that don't know how to take kindness, I guess. You know, there's not really much we can do about it, but do our best to give to someone else or try, you know, for someone else. But I did see that he dropped the appeal. I'm gonna try to find out why. I don't know. You know? Well, but we love that too, right? Like I have a fire pit out back and we absolutely love using the fire pit. It's just like a nice place to sit and relax. And, you know, again, maybe they wouldn't have had the wood to be able to enjoy time with their fire pit, you know? But now they do, you know? Ooh, that sounds awesome. See? That sounds like a place where I could just sit and drink my cup of coffee and just watch out into the woods, and so peaceful. I feel like that would be so freaking peaceful, you know? So peaceful. Yeah, you didn't know how cool I was? Apparently not. Right? I would love that. That sounds like a dream, you know, from city life. City life is loud. Could definitely use the quietness. Not that my neighborhood isn't like quiet at night, it's quiet. But I still live in a city, you know, I mean, not great. Not great. I mean, all she wants is to be left alone. I don't think that's, you know, too much to ask of anyone, but I feel like no matter what, he's never going to leave anyone alone, ever. He doesn't know how. He doesn't know how to leave people alone. He doesn't. He's running out of content. He's got to keep, you know, harassing everyone and anyone he possibly can because he's that shitty of a human being, unfortunately. It just sucks because, you know, I know the stuff these people go through on a daily basis, and it's just not okay, you know? It's just not. It's awful. It's absolutely awful. Right? Hello, Krista. Thank you. I got it as a gift yesterday, so I thought as a thank you, I would wear it today. I got it after the stream, and it came, and I read the note earlier. You missed that part, but it's pretty. It's like a unicorn color. It's like iridescent. I love it. I love it. He's a loser. He's a loser. You are absolutely right, Donna, right? 100%. And you have a right to fight back and defend yourself. And, you know, in him and his attorney's la la land, the victims don't have a right to fight back, right? Because then he does what's called DARVO, reverses the fact that there's a victim and tries to pretend he's the victim of the victim. It's the same thing he does every single time, right? Distract, reverse. It's all part of the game plan. Run into court and be like, this is what this person said about me, Your Honor. Yeah, they defended themselves against you and your cult's attacks. That's what they do. They're allowed. They are allowed to do that. It has butterflies on it. Butterflies. My friend Christy, who passed away many years ago, loved butterflies. So anytime I see a butterfly, it reminds me of her. We have a butterfly that we put on the Christmas tree every year in honor of her. And I actually have to get a Christmas tree. My old Christmas tree broke, and it was pink, and I loved it so much. I don't even have one yet. I have to get one this year. But I'm not a real one, because it's just as much just to buy a fake one and have it year after year after year. And I really want my pink one back. I want a pink one. I love my pink Christmas tree, right? Pink is my favorite color. What you got? Okay, so I spookied up my background for now. It's a little spooky. Not that you guys can see much of it behind me, but I did move my sign, right? And I made everything a little spooky. The sign is, it's a little further up than I think you guys can see, but I'll have to move it down a little bit. But I was afraid it was going to be underneath the thing and you wouldn't see it, so I guess I do have to move it down a little because it's further up. But I spookied it up a little. Because it's Halloween season, you know? It's Halloween season. That sign over there says, don't make me poison your food. It's amazing. The hatefulness is, I can't imagine that after that people wouldn't have unsubscribed and thought it was disgusting. Now, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but anybody watching that wouldn't have been like, gross? You know, no one would have been like, this is disgusting. I don't want to be a part of this. You know what I mean? Like, to me, it's mind-boggling that people wouldn't have hit that unsubscribe button last night and been like, no, thank you. This is disgusting. This is deplorable. This is really, really disgusting. You know? I think anybody who didn't take issue with that has some thinking to do. You know? It's just gross all around. The whole thing is just disgusting. I don't like it. And I feel like anybody who condones it, or someone who, you know, claps it on like a seal and thinks it's cute, it's not cute. It's not cute in any way, shape, or form. It's just not. It's abusive behavior. You know? It speaks volumes to the people who clap it on like a seal. What they don't realize is that will easily be them if they just breathe the wrong way or type the wrong thing. Literally. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. It's literally all it takes. You know what I'm saying? I know that would suck, right? Nobody would be able to see your Halloween decoration. You can show us your Halloween decorations, Christy. You can put them in our Discord, or you can put pictures. We would love to see your Halloween decorations. You can share them with the class. We would love that. I love to see people's Halloween decorations. People email them to me all the time. I love it. Halloween's my favorite holiday. You guys have to remember. I love dressing up and having fun. It's so much fun. I love it. But that's, you know, believe me when I say that pain is large right now. And I think she also needs to know that people support her, you know, and that there's people out there that do find it disgusting and deplorable, you know, because all she sees is the negative, right? And if that's all you're seeing, then you're not seeing anyone who's supporting you. You're kind of like, feel like you're in a corner. Like, well, is anybody going to speak up? You know? And so I thought it would be nice for us to, you know, to give your support messages in the chat that she can look at later if she's feeling up to it. Because no one deserves that. Nobody. Imagine begging somebody to leave you just to leave you alone. Just to leave you alone. That's it. Just to leave you alone. It's just awful. I can't. It's just awful. Not today. Frickin' buffering. Not today, StreamYard. Not today. Oh, Christ sakes. Yes, we want to see your Halloween decorations, girl. We want to see them. We do. Oh, yeah, absolutely will. Anyone. Doesn't matter who it is. Does not matter who it is at all. Makes no difference who it is. At all. You know? Yeah, we want to see them, Chrissy. We want to see them. We want to see all your Halloween decorations. Yeah. That's the sick part, right? Who the fuck laughs about that? Like it's funny? It's not funny. Yep, that's a great idea. It's bullying. That's all it is. Cyber stalking, it's cyber harassment, it's bullying. There was no reason. You know? No, thank you for coming and listening, my friend. You know? It's just awful. I mean, who the actual fuck does that? And then to sit there and say that that makes you super happy when someone begged you to leave them alone. That is really disturbing. That's disturbing. That's just some disturbing shit. Disturbing shit. You know? No, you don't believe me. You don't want to listen to it. No, I don't have a timestamp. You know? Listen, I love Halloween. It's my favorite holiday. My favorite holiday. But yeah, reporting it actually is a great idea because it's gross. I mean, anybody who is getting a chuckle out of that, you might want to check yourself. Would you be chuckling if it was your mother, your sister, your daughter, your friend? Because it just as easily could be you. And people just seem to think like, oh no, it never happened to me because I didn't. No, you don't have to date them. You have to just say his boo the wrong way. And you'll be attacked too. Make no mistake about it. They don't realize it until it happens. And then they have to wonder, you know? Ooh, I love your videos. I love them. You might think they're cringe, but I love them. I love them. Let's hope so, because things have been reported like that before and they never come down. YouTube just doesn't, you know? It is sickening, Michael. It is. It's gross. It's really disgusting. I don't understand how his entire channel is even still up. The entire thing is based on bullying people, trying to shame people, trying to insult people, the whole thing. There's no educational content to it. There's no satire to it. Satire isn't targeting people. It's not how satire works. In case you were wondering, because he likes to use that excuse. First Amendment, blah, blah, blah. He doesn't like anybody else's First Amendment, though. He was very upset about, my friend Julie's comment. That made him very upset. And the stuff he didn't record was the stuff where he demanded that she do X, Y, and Z. Well, why not record that? Interesting, huh? Still hasn't learned his lesson with that either, in case anyone was wondering. What he did was he just proved to people, okay? He literally just proved to people that he records things the same way. So thanks for that. For anyone who is doubting the way he records things, I 100% agree with you. I 100% agree with you. That's him not caring. Well, you're rattling off dates of when someone commented somewhere on someone you didn't like. So that's not caring? Come the hell on. Me too, Michael. If I could get on Sirius Radio, that'd be amazing, but you got to get a lot of viewers for that. That's probably many, many moons down the road for me. But I appreciate the sentiment, my friend. That's the other thing. Finding enjoyment someone else's pain, that's sick. That's demented. That is sick and demented. And let's not play the I don't care about while he actively says everyone else is obsessed with him, he is writing down the date that someone that doesn't talk to him anymore commented on someone else's stuff that he doesn't like. I mean, that's sick. That's what you call obsessed. So while he calls everybody else obsessed, he's running around spending however much time doing that. I mean, hello? Like, finding enjoyment? That's sick. That's sick behavior. Anybody else who doesn't think it's sick just goes to show. You know? I highly doubt he's getting away with it at this point. You know what I mean? I mean, that's just gross. Who keeps that shit? Like, who does that? And then you have to ask yourself, why? Why keep all of the archived in a detailed library of things from people who you don't talk to anymore or don't even like you anymore? Why? Right? Because you have to remember, this is not just one person he does this to. This is to pretty much everyone. People he's actively friends with, he keeps. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's why I say if they think that they're somehow going to be saved from not having to deal with this same exact thing one day, they're in for a very rude awakening. You know? I 100% agree, Lucky Pair. Thank you. It absolutely is. It absolutely freaking is. You know? He's desperate for content, blackmail. I mean, it's all the same things over and over. And to be fair, who called this yesterday? I did. Again. I did. Because his patterns are so predictable. Narcissists usually are that predictable. Doesn't make it any less disgusting or deplorable. It just doesn't. You like causing emotional pain, mental or emotional pain and suffering, or physical for that matter. That's not normal. That's not fucking normal. Right. Why don't you play that one? Aidan, why don't you play that recorded call that you recorded with Karen? Why don't you play that one in its entirety? I know why. Do you? On Aidan, tell everybody why you won't play it. You know? Tell everyone why you won't play that. Is it because it probably makes you both look bad, right? Some things said there, you know, might have people be asking some questions you don't want them asking, right? Aidan? So that's why you don't play it. I know why, but does everyone else know why? You know? Just saying. You know? Oh, she does but that's the thing. He is so used to whether it's someone screaming and yelling, whether it's someone crying. It doesn't matter. He records it either way to use it in the way that he wants to make it be. And remember, he doesn't hit record until after he gets out all the really vile shit he says, right? So the shit that he'll say where he'll demand you do X, Y, and Z, or, you know, that stuff, that's not normal behavior. You know, I think, welcome, Kat. I think, did you just unsubscribe? Like, was last night your like line? I mean, I hope so, because I'm hoping a lot of people got a good glimpse into exactly who he is. You know, I'm seeing new faces, well, new names, obviously, I don't see your faces, but I mean, what happened with him and Meredith? Well, I mean, I have no idea, but I can guess that, I mean, the man can't be faithful and he wasn't faithful to her. So I can guess that that's probably part of it, you know? I have no idea, Carolyn, but I can't imagine living my life being a paranoid, misogynistic psychopath either. You know, it's unfortunate. But there's a reason why he sounds so calm on the recordings is because he flips out first, right? And he hits the button. He gets all the stuff that he wants out first. Like, you're going to do this, this, and this for me. I demand you do this, this, and this, and this, and then I'll stop talking about you, or then I'll stop attacking you if you do all the things that I want you to do. And you're going to do them. Then, after he says all the shit he doesn't want on the recording, he calms his voice, he hits the record button, and he lets you lose it. He's very mentally unstable. That's very clear, you know? But that's the thing. This was many, many moons ago. many, many moons ago, right? This isn't something that was new. This is something from a long time ago. And what happens is he gets women, right, who are dealing with some really severe issues, whether it's getting out of a DV relationship or still being in a DV relationship or being very vulnerable positions in their lives. And he takes advantage of that. He takes advantage right at the moment where he knows that they're the weakest. And he preys on that. Make no mistake about it. It's not okay. I am well. And sorry, Tim, but yes, I am married. It's exactly why. Same thing over and over. Same thing over and over. I mean, we're talking about someone who's clearly not mentally okay. Anybody who found that to not be disgusting and deplorable needs their head checked. Okay? The fact that anybody would sit there and say that they got some sort of joy out of somebody asking to be left alone is fucking gross. It's really just gross. I don't even know how to say it any clearer than that. It's disgusting. And for the people that sit there and clap it along like a seal with his narrative and have awful, horrible things to say about the victim, just know that victim could be you. You say something he doesn't like, you get more views on one video, you're going to be next. The man is unhinged. He's rehashing shit from years ago, out of left field. What does that tell you? He has no content left. Hello, John Joseph said hi. There's no content left. None. So what's he got to do? He's got to rehash shit from years ago and spin it into his narrative. The problem is you guys don't get his responses. You don't get the context of everything because he removes all of that. He removes it to make the victim in the worst light possible and spins the narrative around that. That'll make them look that way. It is the same thing every time. Every single time. Make no mistake. I have repeatedly predicted these patterns over and over and over and over and over successfully. Why? Because he is a creature of habit and he does the same things that he's been doing for 10 years over and over and over again. It's disgusting. It's unhinged. It's deplorable. There is something severely wrong with that man. I don't know how people can sit there and be okay with any of it. I just really don't. And I'm 40 minutes in, and I still haven't mentioned a single thing about supporting the channel because that's how fucking pissed off I am. I spend a lot of hours with these victims. I spend a lot of hours defending these victims. I spend a lot of hours calming people down because they're so upset. I am not going to be quiet or go away or stop calling it out. Because the second that I do, no one else is going to step in and help. People are too afraid. And that's unfortunate. But there's a reason, right? There's a reason they're afraid. And it's because one side of the story gets jumbled. Lots of lies and narrative thrown in there, context taken out. And everyone attacks like rabid hyenas, like animals. I don't smoke there, bub. I vape, but if you would like to try it, I can tell you where to get one. You know, I can totally tell you where to get one. Bring it on, dude. Bring it on with the trolls. You'll just get blocked. Use all your sock accounts. I don't give a fuck. See, that's where you got me fucked up. That's where you done got me fucked up, trolls. I don't give a fuck. I will just block and ban you until the cows come home, my friends. Sorry, Aidan. Sorry. Not going to go away. I'm not going to shut up. I'm not going to stop helping the victims. Sorry, not fucking sorry. You know, funny that troll account's name is Empowerment. How's that empowering again? Anyone? You know? Of course he did. You're going to do it every night because I don't shut up and I don't go away. I don't shut up and I don't go away. Advocates don't show up. They don't shut up. They don't go away. Hey, Racer. You know what I'm saying? It's amazing to me. No, never mind that. What does it matter? What if I smoke 2 packs a day? What does that matter? Does that make me a bad person all of a sudden? You know what I'm saying? Like, the shit that they say is so nonsensical to attack people. So if I smoked and I lived in a hotel, I'd be a bad person all of a sudden? Make it make sense to me. By the way, this is Casa Elise. Apparently, this is my hotel. I just want you guys to know this is a hotel, right? Aidan said so, so it must be true, right? Hotels, apparently now, they give you pink shelves and they give you blue shelves. Yeah, they give you wooden, you know, this is what windows definitely look like in hotels when you meet. These curtains, definitely hotel curtains. Definitely. 100%. Like, come the fuck on with it. Come the actual fuck on with it. Like, this is the shit we're doing? Like, this is the shit we think is cute? You go for it, Sparkle. You go for it. Listen, that's how I quit smoking, and I'm working my way down on the amount, you know? Listen, you gotta do what you gotta do. Everybody has their vices, whether it's coffee, buying shoes, cigarettes. I don't judge. I'm not judgmental. I don't give a shit. It doesn't make you a bad person if you vape or if you don't vape. If you smoke, if you don't smoke. If you smoke weed, if you don't smoke weed. I don't give a shit. See, that's the difference. I'm not somebody who takes everybody else's fucking inventory without taking my own. You know? Hey, listen. Some people do both. Some people have like a weed vape and they smoke regular nicotine cigarettes, or they like the flavor of the vape and then they have the regular, you know. I did a little bit of both when I was quitting. Or beer, right? Or beer, whatever the vice may be, whatever it may be. Who the fuck am I to judge? Who the fuck would I be to judge? Have whatever vice you want. Doesn't make you magically a bad person. Want to know what does make you a bad person, though? What does make you a bad person is when you sort of get off on other people's pain. That makes you a fucking horrible person. And make no mistake, that is who Aidan Timothy Kearney is. A horrible fucking human being. Who gets off on other people's fucking pain. Period. Exactly, we're not in a cult. Oh, your yard's already flooding? I mean, I think it stopped. Yeah, it stopped raining here. It's been raining all morning, though. It's been raining all morning. It's one of those shitty rainy days that you just want to crawl in bed and watch a movie in, you know. Right, I have been here almost an hour, so it's already been an hour. Break out the idea. If you would like to support the channel, there are many ways to do so. I usually do this in the beginning, but lately I have just been getting right down to it because there's just been so much going on lately that I feel like I don't have 5 seconds to breathe or even do anything. But if you would like to support the channel, I only have all of you, right? So we have no sponsors, there's no corporate backing, there's no other creators telling us what we can and can't say. You are it, right? You are the support for this channel, each and every one of you. So every donation, we like to call them truth bombs now over here. You know, we drop a little bomb and it's a truth bomb. So if you would like to donate a truth bomb, there's a billion different ways to do so. We have Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Revolut, Chime. In the description of the video and in the live chat, there is a link pinned to the top. You can use credit or debit. You can remain anonymous doing any of these. And we have a wish list. That's also in the description of the video. But without you guys' help, we don't keep going, right? I am not a channel of 40,000 subscribers. So, you know, unlike the 40,000 subscribers that probably can, you know, do just fine off just memberships, I am not that big yet. So I need any and all support to come from the amazing, beautiful people that you are that come here in our amazing community to chill. Ooh, yes, it is, girl. Yes, it is. Soup and grilled cheese. That sounds so good. Grilled cheese with bacon sounds even better. Drains on the street. Oh, look at that. Grave drops a giant truth bomb, a giant one, right in the super chat. Thank you, Grave. Let's get the bomb music out. Bomb music out. We had the duck music one day, too. The duck music was pretty cool, I'm not going to lie. The duck music was pretty awesome. The truth bomb, it comes in. With a bang, my friend. With a bang. I feel like it deserves a gong. Just saying. Oh no. We're buffering. God damn it. We're buffering. Aidan, run, it's the Silverados. It's the Silverados, Aidan. You better run. It's the Silverados. Better run, sir. It's the goddamn Silverados. Just saying, doesn't mean eventually what's going to happen, right? I mean, can you imagine? He probably peeks out the window like a crackhead. Like, Silverados? More Silverados. Did you see a Silverado? Like peeking out like a crackhead. Thank you, Grave. I appreciate that very, very much, my friend. Oh, hey, Jezebel. I hope you have fun, whatever you're doing. Whatever you're doing, being away, having hopefully a holiday, you know, for yourself. I'm just saying, the Silverados. Just saying. I'm just saying. I mean, listen, here's the thing. When you can't help yourself but to attack constantly other people, it's insane to me. If you're getting off on other people's pain, that's weird to me, right? When you're saying that you're getting off on other people's pain, that's weird to me. I don't like it. It feels gross, and I don't know how anybody watching it doesn't go, ew, that feels gross. You know, especially when someone literally goes, it makes me so excited and awesome when they're begging. Like, how does nobody stop and go, this makes me uncomfortable. I don't want to watch this. This is kind of gross. I mean, why? To me, it boggles the mind that many people can sit there and clap like seals and think it's cute and think it's okay. It's not cute and it's not okay. And it just blows my mind. Like, why is this a thing? Why are people still clapping it on like it's something that should happen? It's not. It shouldn't happen. It's not a thing. It's just not. You know? When anyone has to, I can't, you know? It makes me think back to all the things that they had to agree with him on that they didn't actually agree with him on. The way they had to appease him so he would leave them alone. So if he didn't like someone, he expected them to be like, no, I don't like them either. And they would have to just go along with that. They'd have to go along with it. They'd have to trash people they don't want to trash. They'd have to say things they don't want to say. They'd have to agree with things they didn't want to agree with to appease him so he wouldn't attack them. Does that seem normal to anyone? I don't know any ex of mine that I've had to appease. That's for damn sure. Nor will I. That's not normal behavior. I mean, that's abusive. I don't know how anyone could sit there and clap it on like a seal and be okay with it and not feel gross watching it. That's the part that I don't understand. Like, how do you not feel disgusting watching him do that to someone? to clap like it's funny, or just to disparage someone like you actually know the scenario or what's going on. You don't know shit. You know what he told you. You think an abuser is going to magically admit to all the things they did? No. No. You know, and I think, you know, Jane, I feel like they would, if Massachusetts did their job. I think because so many people haven't been taken seriously before now, that now people are just like, well, are they even going to do anything? You know? Are they even going to do anything? You have to remember how many people made police reports, all right, and went to the police and made police reports, and A, they didn't charge, or B, as soon as they did, he then used that as another sort of weird way to try to go file false charges on them as a revenge, you know, some weird revenge plot. That's not normal. That's not normal. If we're allowing someone to do that and use that's like a deterrent for victims. Victims are being deterred from reporting crimes because of it. That's a fucking problem. That is a serious problem. Also, why do we have the New Jersey cops doing the job of all of the states, to be honest? Just saying. I mean, seems like New Jersey is doing what they should be doing. Massachusetts should have done long ago. Mostly Norfolk County, let's be clear. I think this is a huge problem in the state of Massachusetts, where they like to give the defendants more rights than the victims, and the benefit of the doubt that they shouldn't be given. Especially if you have a very long fucking history of doing the same thing over and over and over. Again, doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result is the definition of insanity, but here we are. Here we fucking are. Dealing with this same lunatic, doing the same bullshit, nonsensical crap. And make no mistake, coercive control is something that abusers do, right? And it's a way to control the person. It's a way to control what they do, when they do it, who they do it to, and why, right? So for instance, I'll keep attacking you unless you disparage this person, say a bad thing about this person, comment this about yourself because I want you to, and then I'll leave you alone. But in reality, the abuser never has the intent of ever leaving them alone. No. It's just to get them to do what they want them to do. After he's done getting you to do all those things he wants you to do, he'll just keep dangling it like a carrot. Oh, well, I'm still going to attack you if you now don't do this thing and this thing and this thing, or say this thing and this thing and this thing. That's not fucking normal. It's not normal. Oh, yeah, that's still going on. Yep, it's going on. Hey, Lisa, it is going on. Yeah, he's still got 2 orders in New Jersey. And then the cyber harassment, class 4 felony. And possibly a second of the same. Because he can't help himself. He just can't help himself. Also, keep talking about these people. Yeah, it's like, again, if you have no content, just fucking say you have no content. And here's an idea. Seek out a story, Mr. Journalist. There's plenty out there. Go seek one out. Maybe admit to some wrongdoings, apologize, you know, kind of like how I started the show. Maybe do that. You know, take some accountability, some responsibility. I'm sure people will understand people do make mistakes, but this isn't mistakes at this point. This is a pattern of behavior over 10 years. And 100% they did. 100% they did, Jane. They contributed to it. And if we think about it this way, who's to remain, you know, accountable for the shit that he does after he should have already been sitting in a prison cell? Who's accountable for that? Who? Who's accountable? Because if they had charged him with 72 other things that he could have been charged with by now, he'd be sitting in a jail cell. He wouldn't have had the time to make more victims, right? So who's held accountable for that exactly? Is it the Norfolk DA's office? Like who? Who is going to be held accountable for that behavior? I just want to know, because seems to me like someone should, you know, someone. Exactly right. If he was an actual journalist and not just fucking saying it for fun, then that's what he would be doing. He'd find a real story, not gossip, not his petty revenge because he doesn't like someone or he doesn't like that his ex is commenting on my live stream. That's fucking weird. Why are you taking inventory about what your ex is commenting on? You do a whole stream about how she's obsessed with you while you're actively writing down dates and times of when she commented on whose stuff and then rattling them back to her? Bro, newsflash, that's obsessive. That's fucking crazy. That's nutty. That is literally the definition of cyber stalking. Like, come on. Hi, hello. I mean, come on. He admitted the other day he has no content. I mean, at this point, it's shock jocking. You know? Oh yeah, he blamed me, but it was funny because even this morning, and again, this is what I mean when people don't pick up on the contradictions. This morning, he blamed her phone call asking him to stop on why. So last night it was my fault because I put a tweet out calling him out for his fucking deplorable and disgusting behavior. Which is like, again, that's like saying an abuser telling you they punched you in the face because you stood up for yourself. Well, if you didn't mouth off, it wouldn't have punched you in the face. It's your fault. It's called victim blaming. Nobody makes him do the things that he does. Oh, it's her fault for calling out my bad behavior. I attacked someone because they called it. No, this morning, what he said was, and I have the clip, what he said was that he did it because she called and asked him to leave her alone. That made him excited to keep going and do it. That he loved it. How fucking demented do you have to be to even make that statement out loud? To even think that in your head? That's sick. That is very, very sick. Okay? It is no one else's fault. It is his fault. And let's be very clear here. He was going to do it whether I made a goddamn fucking tweet about it or not. I just called out his shit behavior so people would know who the fuck they're dealing with here. I knew what he was going to do before he was going to do it. He's just mad. Because it's exactly the same shit he does every goddamn time. It's pretty sad. He doesn't know what accountability is. Know what accountability is? He doesn't even know how to fucking spell accountability. Responsibility? Accountability? Accountability is what I did this morning, right? When I got on here and I said, I have an apology to make to Drops of Jupiter because I did not realize what was happening in chat and that she was just responding to someone asking what the acronym meant, and the acronym was get the fuck out of here. So all I saw was her telling my mod, get the fuck out of here. So I assumed the worst, and I shouldn't have. But I also cannot look at every tiny thing in chat when it's running that fast like it was yesterday, and that's why I have mods. Nonetheless, I apologize because I lost my shit because my mods, once again, do God's work over here, dealing with fucking trolls. They do. They really do. And I appreciate everything they do. But that's called accountability, right? You get up there, you publicly say, I'm sorry, it's my fault. I shouldn't have said that, right? And yesterday was crazy too, I agree. We had a lot of trolls. So, but nonetheless, it's my show, so I take accountability, right? I take responsibility for that mistake. And you say you're sorry and you mean it and you move on, right? It's up to her whether she accepts the apology, but nonetheless, that's how it works. That's how responsibility and accountability work. You say you're sorry for doing something and you move on. But what you don't do is keep doing that same thing over and over to hurt people, just to hurt people, because that's like fun for you. That's sick. You're a horrible human. That's what a horrible human being does. You know? Thank you. But that's my point. Out of one side of his mouth, it's my fault. Out of the other side of his mouth, it's her fault for calling him and telling him to stop because that made him continue doing it. And then he also admitted that he kept doing it anyway because he loved it. So which is it? Let's be clear. He was going to do it whether I fucking tweeted anything or not. He wouldn't have said, I'm recording you if he didn't have an intention on doing that. Let's be real here. Okay? And that was before, obviously, I made any sort of tweet. Hey, guess what? Fuck off. Isn't that amazing? See, it's my show, so I can swear all I want. I could say, fuck, mother, fuck, fuckity, fuck. See that? See how that works? It's my show, so I can do what the fuck I want. Now, if you get your own show, you can choose not to swear, right? And most of the time I try to keep my swears to a minimum, but today I feel like telling you to fuck off. So there it is. Fuck off. Have the magical day you deserve, my friend. The magical day that you fucking deserve. Isn't that amazing? It's amazing. I'm so cool. Like, you should Google me. I'm a big deal. I did, yes, I did. Missed it. In the beginning, somebody asked me that same question. I said I'd look into it. I'd ask and find out if I can get an answer on why. I love you, Lisa. She threw a fucking in there. She said, freedom of fucking speech. I love it. I love it. I love that you threw an F-bomb in there. I love you for this right now. All right. I love you. I do. I love it. I'm just saying. I can give lots of fucks off, but I can also be one of the best people to help someone. You know what I mean? Like, that's the bottom line. So if you come here and troll, I'm going to tell you to fuck off. It's not that hard, you know? Then you're just going to get blocked and I don't have to deal with you ever again. Isn't that amazing? Isn't it amazing? Or my mods block you and I never see your comment to begin with. It's also fun. Then you can just type on my channel into the abyss. People don't realize when they get blocked and banned from a channel, because YouTube doesn't stop you from being able to comment. So what happens is they still comment, right? They're still writing probably absurd, ridiculous comments that no one ever sees. I don't see them. YouTube is the only one who sees them, right? So they'll start writing these ranting and raving comments and posting them to your videos when they're not live anymore. And nobody but them can see them. So they think that they're like doing something over there, right? And the only people who can see them are them and YouTube. YouTube takes them off the channel completely. So I can't see them. You can't see them. I think it's fucking hilarious that they don't know that they're seriously sitting there and typing to the abyss. It's amazing. It is amazing to me. Right? And fucking hold my beer. Left my cigarettes at the bar. I mean, come on now. Like, I just don't get, like, what they think they're accomplishing exactly. Like, what do they think they're accomplishing by coming here and saying something stupid or ridiculous? Like, you're not accomplishing anything. We just laugh at you and point. And then after the stream, I get on the phone and I laugh at you some more. Isn't that amazing? I don't know why you bother. Why do you bother? Like, do you think it's going to give you a pat on the back from the turtle? I don't quite understand what people think it's going to do. I know what it's not going to do. It's not going to make me magically disappear, go away, shut up, not speak out for the victims. I got lots of funnies. I got funnies all day. Me and funnies go way back like car seats, man. I'm just saying, what they need to fucking do is, like, you know, go do some Dora shit. Like, go exploring things other than your cult, you know? Go Dora around a little bit, you know? Just don't swipe her. No swiping. No fucking swiping. No swiping. You know, I don't know. They could have already. They don't have to announce it, you know? Had that happen to me last night on TV stream. I was under my husband's account trying to call him on his lives, and no one ever responded to any. Yeah, so that's probably why. You're probably blocked and just because you're basically typing into the abyss at that point. No one can see it. It's like you're a ghost. It's literally like you're a ghost. I'm just saying, no swiping. But they could have already found one. They don't have to announce it to us, right? They don't have to be like, dun, 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 we found a prosecutor. As long as they have one. They have one. You know, all they have to do is tell the court, like, okay, we have one now. So we might not know until the next court date whether they got one or not. I mean, here's the thing: if they drop those, then we'll know. You know, that's what will happen. So who knows, right? Go touch some fucking grass, sing a song, do a little dance, something. You know, that's a good question. I wonder myself. Yeah, I don't, what's today's date? I feel like there was something around the 24th, 5th, 6th, somewhere around there, but I'm not sure. What's, this weekend is the 25th, right? Or is that Friday? It's today. So, it's a Saturday. So maybe it's the 27th. I know it was like towards the end of the month. Last I heard, at least. But who knows? I mean, they could already have one. They just didn't announce it to the world, you know? It's a very real possibility. Yeah, today's the 20th. Trying to figure out what Friday was and then what Monday was. Who knows? You know? I mean, here's the thing. I think in the grand scheme of things, the more people that start to, for Karen's phones, they would need the teen team first. So unless they got the teen team together, they wouldn't be going through her phones yet. But I mean, hey, sometimes they do it quicker. You know, sometimes they do it fast and sometimes it's really fucking slow. So I don't know. One or the other. Are you ugly, Meow? I mean, I know I'm a beautiful girl, so I mean, maybe you want to ask yourself that question there, love. It's like the trolls are in it today. I don't really know what they think they're getting out of it. Like now I could just block all your alt accounts. Thank you. Thank you for telling me all your alt accounts so that you have to make 72 more. It's making yourself have more work, but hey, whatever floats your fucking boat, I guess. Whatever floats your fucking boat. Here's the thing. Anybody that sits there and watches that kind of abuse happen over and over and over to people themselves really needs to take a good look in the mirror and ask themselves, why do they find it entertaining or funny? And why don't they start questioning why he's doing it? The question is why? Why does he do it? That's the question. No one asks themselves why he does it. You know what I mean? Like, let's be honest here. No one asks themselves that. They sit there and they laugh and they clap. How many times has he had an entire chat of people end up leaving and then more people come? So it's like cycles of people who leave and figure out this sort of misogynistic, very emotionally and psychologically abusive man can keep saying he's not a narcissist until the cows come home. Okay? Doesn't make it true. And that's half the problem. Is he can keep saying whatever he wants until the cows come home. Doesn't make any of it true. And the people that he keeps victimizing, it just keeps waking more people up. It wakes more people up to what the fuck he's doing. And you know what? As a matter of fact, sorry guys, but you know what I'm going to do? Right now, I'm going to turn on. Warren went on duty wrong yesterday. They're leopards eating each other. Well, that's the other thing, right? He's full on going after Warren. Who is? Aidan is? Or the Glare is? Which one? Because remember, we heard the Glare was going to do that, right? I mean, imagine. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to do right now. Exactly what I'm doing, Jane. You got it, my friend. It's just not letting me do it from this part. I don't know why. Usually I can do it right here from the back end here, and it's not letting me do that. So I'm trying to figure out why it's not doing that. Let's see. Here we go. Nope, that's not it. I'm do subscribers only mode. I'm done fucking around with the nonsensical bullshit. Wrong thing. Yeah, it's a disgusting name. It's a disgusting name. It's gross. It's really just gross. I mean, again, we're talking about a man who is very unhappy with himself. Like, he's very insecure. And so when you have somebody that's that insecure, wait a second. Hold on a second, guys. There's something going on here. Hold on. Gotta watch this. Hold the fuck up.
Or orders, a return or destroy date of the other materials of October 31st.
I do have some concerns, obviously, in thinking about a reservation of rights on behalf of the defendants, because we're in this unique position here where the government is really the arbiter of what is or what is not Rule 14 exculpatory information. My concern is once we start getting into the actual discovery, it might become obvious to us that other information is out there that is not discovery. It's a very difficult thing from the position of a prosecutor to make a determination, not knowing the defendants and the defendant's theory of the case, what is or is not exculpatory. So I am concerned with these, quote, other materials being destroyed on October 31st, and I think there should be something put in place where we can at least have those documents set aside, not subject yet to any type of disclosure, but set aside for a potential future review.
So, Your Honor, this return or destroy provision, and I just want to make it clear that it is the intention of the District Attorney's Office to comply with the federal court order. We will be returning a set of documents and destroying all extra documents. So the defendants have had the ability to make TUI requests, to seek to intervene, and have not. We are confident that we have met our Rule 14 obligations, and I would tell the court, and the other assistant district attorneys who participated would tell the court if they were not confident. And again, I think the index will be helpful, and I'm able to provide that index today.
Okay, I think what I will do is, in an abundance of caution, and against my better judgment, because I really don't want to have another hearing in this, but I will schedule a time to see anybody who wants to be heard on the issue of the other list sometime next week, after you folks have seen it and have had a week with it, to consider whether you think there's anything that you need to bring to the prosecutor's attention about the things that might be on that other list. You obviously don't have the other list, so you shoot blind right now, but you'll have it today, and you'll be able to come to some sort of conclusion as to whether you think, given the information on that list, you have some reason to believe that it would contain exculpatory information. Based on the chronologies in your case or whatever else it is.
Step back again, I found.
Sure.
And just so the record's clear, Mr. Long, I don't want to use an exact
Okay.
Is to unseal the Proctor files for other defendants.
Good date for the parties. I don't know.
Well, it's certainly a good date for me. I can accommodate you on the 30th, but it's a little bit close to the destroy or return date, I would think.
I can't speak for Attorney Scapicio. It's really the only date next week I can do. I'm out of state in federal court at the beginning of the week. At least it gets me in here to preserve.
I'm happy to see you on the 30th. How does the 30th seem?
funding.
Okay, Mr. Cataldo?
If I can't do it, one of my colleagues would be able to stand in for me, so yes,
Okay,
we can do the 30th.
how does that look for you, Attorney
That's
Mason?
fine, Your Honor.
Okay,
And if we could just approach,
okay. 30th at 2.
Am I issuing names for anyone or waive your presence?
could we
On behalf of,
have the position
on
be
behalf of
issued?
Bianca
Hold on.
Gentile,
Go ahead, Mr. Cataldo.
on behalf of Bianca Gentile, I'm after that her appearance be waived on the 30th.
All right, we will waive her appearance.
Thank you.
All defendants' presence waived?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All defendants' presence will be waived for the hearing on the 30th.
And Your Honor, there are a couple of other cases that we just need to finish the paperwork on. Can we do that administratively for the motion for the protective order and the court order?
Yeah, get them to us, and we'll make sure we get them approved. I've got 2 here. Let's see.
And then if we could have this, the orders that you've endorsed back just for now, so that I can have the attorneys acknowledge them, and then we will bring them back to the clerk.
Okay. Mr. Krosky, oh, this has been signed by Ms. Capiccio? Are you signed it on her behalf?
with her authorization.
Okay.
And we'll do so for the King one as well.
Okay. All right, so I've signed 3 of them. I'm sure I'll get another 13 of them or something like that, to sign. Okay?
Your Honor, do you want a copy of the index,
Um,
or do you want to wait?
I'll wait to see if I need to see a copy of the index.
Thank you.
Okay?
If you want to just put those on my desk now, Steve.
And anybody who wants to file something in advance of the 30th, if you feel like you need to, you're welcome to. I'll look at it beforehand.
Thank you.
Okay?
So the matters are all continued to October 30th at 2 p.m. for status. Defendant's presence is waived, and we'll see you then.
Just a brief sidebar, please.
Sure.
Yes.
Quick sidebar. Definitely should have nothing to do with his personal cell phone. You know what I mean? Like they're definitely pushing their limits for sure. 100%. This is for they want to unseal all the Proctor information for other defendants. I agree with you, Brittany, same, but I don't think we're ever going to get that. It was based on fraud, in my full opinion of everything that I know, publicly and privately. Yeah. So, honestly, I'm seriously concerned on how that started to begin with. And and bottom line is, if that's the case, right, then the whole thing is BS. Not just phones. I think the entirety of like the file is what they're arguing here. And it looks like, I'm trying to see who is there other than the attorneys. I don't see anyone of. Yeah, I don't see anybody other than the attorneys there. Weird. It's weird. But it's exactly right. The bogus federal investigations, how they got this shit in the first. Nobody's stuff should be up for grabs. It had nothing to do with his personal phone at all. Nothing. Well, they you have to remember the federal government saw it all, so there's no reason. You know what I mean? They've already. Well, you never know what they're doing behind closed doors either, you know? It's unfortunate. We know that Yannetti started that federal investigation with Levy. We know that once Leah Foley took over, She looked into it and actually made a comment privately to these people about how she was disgusted at what Levy had done. That's a problem, right? Because that means their shit wasn't done right. So that's a fucking problem. You know what I mean? That's a huge fucking problem.
Thank you, Doug.
Okay.
Thank you, Attorney Cataldo. Next, we've got court number 13, Commonwealth versus Henry Samuels, 25 CR 36. Mr. Samuels is present and represented by Attorney Michael Rusconi.
Oh, you're right. He's already.
Assistant District Attorney Keith McCrae. Matters on for filing. We did receive a motion to
Ew.
suppress.
That's disgusting.
The parties can please identify themselves for the record.
Okay.
Good afternoon, Your Honor, Mike Rusconi for Mr. Samuels.
Hey, Mr. Stoney, let me just take a look at the motion.
So weird. They did that. I don't understand what they're doing here. Cool. Whatever. Get that off the screen now. Either way, I think a lot of people have some fucking bad karma, you know? It absolutely should raise some red flags. A lot of red flags should have been raised around a lot of things. You know what I mean? I probably would do the same if I was him, you know? Nah, I don't follow Ted. You want to know why? Because Ted and his mainstream media, knew about some things that I knew about, and I knew about Ted knowing about some things that I knew about. And he sat there and he remained quiet. He said fucking nothing, and he allowed people to think things that weren't fucking true when he knew better. And I have no respect for that. None. I don't give a fuck if you work for, what channel you work for. If you're doing that shit, I don't have that. I don't have respect for you. Sorry, not sorry. Sorry, Ted. But Ted knew some shit that I knew. And instead of saying anything about it, what did Ted do? He remained quiet and allowed people to believe something that wasn't fucking true. While I'm over here screaming it from the fucking rooftops. Like, I have no respect for him anymore. I just don't. Biased or not, he sat there and said nothing. He said nothing. He said absolutely fucking nothing. And I just don't have respect for that. You allowed people to think something that wasn't true, which was damaging to other people, and you said fucking nothing. Gross, in my opinion. And this is why, part of the reason why my channel exists, because the mainstream media just can't be trusted. They just can't. They won't report on things. They won't tell you things. They'll leave things out purposefully. Like, come on. Like, let's get real here. No, but I have a back door. Bye. No. It's not your fault, Chrissy. You didn't know. You know what I mean? He just sucks. Like, for me, that was like my last straw with Ted Daniels, Maybe if he had been a better human being, but nope. He just kept on going on with his nonsensical bullshit without saying a fucking word, It's not your fault. I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at Ted because he's an ass. And that's the other problem is mainstream media, once again, like they have corporate overlords and people who tell them what they can say and what they can't say and what parts they have to leave out that might be damaging to their friends. I don't have any of that, right? So I'm going to say it regardless. I think that's what makes it good. That's what makes YouTube so great. Is that we can say whatever we need to, unless you're part of the sewer squad. Then you got to fall in line with the sewer turtle. Otherwise, they might try to cancel you. We don't know. Yeah, they said they knew. Oh, yeah. I told you it was all for show. If they were going to, quote, add it, they would have already done it. The judge was very clear that it was to be done soon. Right? The judge didn't want to wait for all that nonsense. So, definitely not your fault, Chrissy. Don't you worry, my friend. You didn't know. But that's my point with these people, right? Is that a lot of these people aren't allowed to say shit. You know? Just like Grant and Ted, Karen smiled at them and winked and they turned into marshmallows. To me, it's just like, this is insane. Absolutely freaking insane. That mainstream media can't just be honest, right? And it's like, if we can't trust mainstream media, how the fuck do we get our news? How do we get the correct information if one or the other is going to be skewed? I don't know. You know, I guess we have to rely on people like me to fucking actually give you all of it. The good, the bad, the ugly, all of it. And let you decide what you think of it. Because at this point, we're getting the kiddie version of what they want to tell us. The stuff that's not going to damage someone they know, their billionaire buddy or friend. And it's unfortunate because then it leaves us all to wonder and have to do our own digging. And try to find the truth, right? I mean, let's be honest here. There have been plenty of people who have given the truth about the sewer turtle for quite a long time now. No one was listening. Just no one was listening. And now they're starting to figure out, well, he's a deplorable human being, and they kind of want to know the backstory. They want to know why. They want to know how it got to this fucking point, and if it was just a one-off, or was he like this for a long time? And let's be clear. He's been like this for 10 years. This is not new. It might have got worse after the Kearney trial and since the beginning of it, but this is the same pattern of behavior he had before. Many people didn't follow him until that trial. So they don't know anything about before that, right? They don't know anything about before that. He fails to recognize that he gained most of his followers from the trial. He didn't gain most of those followers from doing ratchets. He gained most of his followers from doing the trial, okay? And now his numbers are sinking. And he's obsessed with those numbers. So I think he just lost another 100 in the last like day or so. You know, that's not going to make him happy. He's going to start raging again. But here's the thing. What did you expect? Did you expect doing a stream about someone that you had a beef with years ago, and your beef basically was that she didn't do what you wanted her to do when you wanted her to do it? Or that she thought for herself for once and figured out you were a scumbag? That's your beef? So then you decide to drag up an old thing from 2012? 2012. Sir, you have over a dozen felonies in 2025, right now. And you have the audacity to talk about something from 2012? What? Where is the self-awareness? It's just a lack of self-awareness. It's a constant lack of self-awareness. The hypocrisy is fucking amazing. I don't give a shit what someone did in 2012. It's like 13 years ago. What the fuck? Like, come on. Let's be honest here. Who fucking cares what the hell happened in 2012? He has more than a dozen felonies right now in 2025. He's got multiple orders and he keeps racking them up. And he wants to talk about what anyone else did or didn't do? Does nobody see the fucking irony in that? No one? You know? Well, unfortunately, we kind of know how that works, Mishy, right? Because now it's just mostly opinion and them leaving out the things that they don't want to embarrass certain people. You know, like, where's the fucking Epstein files? Where's the fucking Epstein files? Where are they? That's a perfect example. Where the fuck are the Epstein files? We deserve them. We deserve to see every last person on that goddamn list and in those files, period. Yeah. Yep. I know. It's bad, right? Yep. No, not even a little. Not even a little. And it's like, probably because he was willing to just go other places that people weren't. I mean, no one else is going to disparage a murder victim's family. No one else is going to do that. No one else is going to harass witnesses or use their mob of followers to do it. It's not normal. That's why. It's not fucking normal. You know? Yeah, where the fuck are the Epstein files? Like, we deserve to see them. No, thank you guys for watching and thank you guys for being here. And thank you guys for supporting. I can't do this without all of you. I can't. I can't do it alone, right? I just can't. Can't do it by myself. Can't do it alone. So, I mean, realistically, every time one of you donates, we call them truth bombs over here, right? That's another day I can keep it moving on this. Like, it's another day I can keep doing this work with the victims, right? And helping these people. The ones that you know publicly and the ones that you don't know, because they're too afraid to say anything, right? But I can't without you guys' support. Actually, usually Sundays are one of my best shows, donation wise. And yesterday wasn't great at all. It was actually pretty bad, but that's because I'm usually like 11:30 and I had to put my desk together. And so I was like, didn't do the show until like 2:00. And people are used to that like 11:30, slot. So it's like, you gotta, the consistency is where it's at. You know what I mean? Like, people want that consistency and times and days and knowing when you're going to be live. And I'm not always consistent with that because I got a lot going on, and we got kids and all sorts of other stuff going on. So, but I try to do the best I can with being as consistent as I can with times and all that. But I didn't think it was going to take as long as it took to put the desk together, but it needed to be put together and I needed my space. You know what I'm saying? So, but if you want to help support, there are a bunch of different ways to do so. And I need that help and support, because without it, I can't keep doing this. If I can't rally the support to keep it moving, then that's exactly how he shuts me down. And that's his hope, right? That's his hope, is that he can trash people enough that the support doesn't come in. And then I can't afford to keep running a show. Like, that's what he wants. He wants everyone to shut up, go away, stop talking about it, stop driving any attention to it whatsoever, because driving attention to it means that people might listen and hear it. And then what? Then maybe they'll do some digging. Maybe, just maybe, they'll do some digging. Maybe they'll look themselves and figure out he's not a good guy. He's a shitty human. Anybody who gets off on other people's pain is a shitty fucking human being. Bottom line. 1 second, guys. When Johns get busted for paying for a prostitute, their names get posted in my local newspaper, right? Exactly. Release the fucking Epstein files, bro. We need to see them. Like, enough is enough with that shit. But that's a perfect example of mainstream media not doing their fucking job, and people hiding things from us that we have the right to know. It is what it is. But if you would like to support the channel, there are a bunch of different ways to do so. We can't do it without all of you. We just can't. So we have Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, Revolut, Chime. We have a link that you can use credit or debit. It's pinned to the top of the chat. It's in the description of the video. We have a million different ways that you can support. And we have an Amazon wish list. It's also in our description. But without all of you, without that support, this isn't possible. I'm just a small channel. I'm not a 30,000 subscriber channel. So every show I do matters. Like, every show I do, what kind of support come in, that matters for getting this to keep going. Because I am not a channel with 30,000 subscribers or 60,000 subscribers. I can't rely on, 500 people being members and paying a membership cost every month. It's unfortunate. You know what I mean? Like, smaller channels have to keep it pushing and keep it moving. And that's what I try to do. But without all of you, I don't get to bring the truth bombs out, I don't think so. I don't think Karen had anything to do with them being quiet. I honestly think it was their own choice to maybe try to kill some of the vitriol. But I could have told them from attempting that myself, that's not going to do it. It's just, unfortunately, it's just not. It's not going to do it. It's just not going to stop this. It's not going to, make them stop attacking. It's just not. It's unfortunate, but it's true. It's just not. And I could have told them that, you know, it sucks, but wait a second here. What's going on? Is Venmo down? Anybody know if Venmo's down? Mine's like not popping up. I don't know what's happening. It's weird. Well, I mean, it's possible that that could have happened, but we should all know if that was the case, you know? Yeah, stupid shit, dumb shit that makes no sense. Fair. Oh, we're both women. That's like weird shit to say. You know what I mean? I mean, it's the same shit they come in here and say. Nonsensical crap. Nonsensical crap. Crap that makes no frickin' sense at all. Weird. My Venmo was just saying like unavailable or there was an error, which is weird. Like it's not working for some reason. Down detector. That's the place you should always check. If you ever have an issue with PayPal or Venmo or Cash App, always go to down detector and it'll tell you whether there's, you know, an issue with it. Let's see. User reports indicate issues at Amazon in the US East region. These problems are impacting multiple services that depend on the AWS infrastructure. We're monitoring the situation. Check your local down detector site for the latest updates. Snapchat, Amazon, Venmo. Venmo's having an issue. Roblox, Fetch, Chime, Battlefield, Verizon, Ancestry, FanDuel, Ring, Instacart, Life 360, Blink, Zoom, DoorDash, Microsoft, ShipStation, Apple Music, Wendy's, Microsoft 365, Duolingo, Grubhub, Roku, McDonald's app, PlayStation Network, Lyft, Netflix, Delta, Xfinity, Google, Boost, YouTube. So there are issues happening everywhere right now, guys. There's a big, so yeah. No Venmo today since this morning, probably tomorrow, they said. What the hell? Not cool. Well, I guess we can't take Venmo today, huh? No, I didn't know. Over 24 hours. What the actual fuck? I wonder, maybe, but it didn't say Cash App. I wonder if that will, you know, not that everybody has Cash App, I know, but I do, so I'm wondering, because Chime is where I keep my money, so we got a problem, you know what I mean? 72 hours, that's way too long. That's way too long, especially for people who have, that, you know what I mean? Like, those are our bank accounts, like, what do you mean? Oh, no, that's a huge problem. No, okay, so looks like my Cash Apps were, you know, not having issues, but that's a huge problem. Amazon servers down. Yeah, that's not okay. God damn. You would think, though, it wouldn't take them that long. Like, what's the problem? Amazon's been down since last night. Maybe that's why I had a problem. It did say Roku, and that's why I had a problem. Yeah, so, yep. So my Chime pops up a thing. We are currently investigating a third-party issue causing a service degradation across our platform. We're working hard to resolve this issue as soon as possible. That's what pops up on my Chime. Great. That's where my money is. Great. That's wonderful. That's just wonderful. Right? I'm like, that's what I thought for a second when I pulled it up. I was like, okay, maybe it's the internet, right? I'm like, maybe it's the internet, because it just kept giving me like that red thing on Venmo, and I'm like, what is happening here? And usually what I do is I take everything from my Venmo and my Cash App and I just transfer it to my Chime, right? So everything is in my Chime right now. So now I'm like, my Chime's not working. What do I do? That's not good. That's, oh boy. If it's not one fucking crisis, it's another. I'm telling you. If it's not one, it's a goddamn another. Oh, So the only thing I have working currently is Cash App and PayPal and the link for debit and credit. So I guess there's no Venmo today, folks, which, what the, oh my God, my life. Yeah, I have Chime. So yeah, my life. So I don't have to buy anything today. No, they're delivering today. I can tell you that for a fact. My neighbor works for Amazon delivery, and he's at work. So I know that they're delivering today, or he would have been sent home. But I know that they had issues with the machines yesterday. He was telling us last night how there was issues with their machines. So how they had to use like personal cell phones and all sorts of shit to do their routes, but they are out. So you should be good there, my friend. You should be good there. And ooh, have fun in Tennessee. Oh, that's gonna f me so hard, dude. Oh, my life. FML. This is just so, I love it. I love when shit like this happens that affects me. It's just so fun. So fucking fun. It's your fault, goddammit! It's the turtle's fault. You know what? To be fair, all right, his fucking stupid ballsack face probably did break the server. He looked at it and it broke. You know? Just saying, to be fair. No, did you hear me rattle off all the names of the companies I was just reading through on Down Detector? It was like a whole list, and there was a couple I skipped that like nobody I think would really know or care about, but I just rattled off an entire list of things that are down and not working correctly, and that's a long fucking list. Things like Roku, like what the, you know, you can, Christy, you could say, girl, you can say that again. Manic Monday it is. Manic freaking Monday it is. OMG, I can't. It's my luck is what it is, right? It's my luck. I can't make this shit up, I'm telling you. I can't. Well, if you were trying to donate to the channel, you can't do it via Venmo or Chime today. Don't do it. Can't do it. So I guess Cash App, PayPal, Revolut, Link. Those are the only options. I was thinking the same thing, Scorpio. It's giving me cyber attack vibes, right? That's what it's giving me. I feel like they just don't want to tell us that, right? I feel like it can't just be a server down. That would be an easy fix, right? So I feel like it's some sort of cyber attack they're not telling us about. That's what it sounds like. Oh, that's horrible, Beach. I'm sorry to hear that. That's the thing, right? Like, how does anybody survive nowadays? It just all the layoffs and it's a holiday. Where is it a holiday? It's not a holiday here. What holiday is it? What holiday do you have over there? Over there in New York. What holiday? It's not a holiday here in Mass. Yeah, I mean, it is. It's scary. It is scary because you just don't know what's going to happen, especially if you're living paycheck to paycheck, which most people are. Most people are living. I live paycheck to paycheck. You guys are my paycheck, literally. And maybe I should have known last night or yesterday when I did my show that it was down, because Sundays are usually like a decent day for support for my channel because it's a Sunday, and it just wasn't yesterday. And I'm like, all right, maybe, you know, maybe people just aren't around. I don't know what's going on, you know? I don't know. No idea. No, that's probably, I mean, exactly. 80% or more than 80% don't have $450 in their bank account for an emergency. That's real life, you know, real freaking life. Diwali. Oh, it's a Muslim holiday. Oh, thank you for telling me. I have a friend who's Muslim. Do I say good Diwali? Somebody tell me how I do this. To say, like, what, do you know what the holiday specifically is like for or about? Because I have a friend who's Muslim and I love her dearly, and it must be her holiday for her today. It is so hard. So hard. Then you have these assholes that sit there and want to disparage anybody who lives paycheck to paycheck. Like, we live paycheck to paycheck because we're paying our bills and there's nothing left. That's why. There's nothing. And we're buffering. That's fun. It's lots of fun. It's not a Muslim holiday. I'm so confused right now. Festival of Lights. Yeah, duh. Yes, I do. Thank you. It's not a Muslim. So what holiday is it? I'm confused. I'm so confused. What holiday is it then? It's not a Muslim holiday. Is it just a holiday? I've never heard of it. A Hindu holiday. Oh, okay. Hindu holiday. Hey, listen, I am a nerd for information. So, like, these are the types of things that are like, I know it's kind of random, but I like to know this kind of stuff. Yeah, well, well, what state are you in? Are you in Mass? Because there is a workaround for that if you're here in Mass. Other states have other, like, specific laws where they have to hold the coverage for so long. New Jersey. Okay. Chat GPT's down. Weird. What a weird thing to be down. There's so many weird things down right now. New Jersey. So I wonder if New Jersey has the same rule where they have to hold coverage for a certain amount of time after you get laid off or not. And also if you can buy into the federal health connector, which technically, sorry, I'm itching my leg, it's itchy. The health connector, like it'll go, like if you have basically no income, it'll go by that. And so thankfully it'll be like almost nothing, it'll be like $5 a month or whatever for her to maintain some sort of health coverage. I'll look into it for New Jersey and see what I find. So weird, right? It is diabolical. Say that again. It is, especially anybody who's keeping their money in these places now. Nobody, we can't use it. So, okay, so, oh, Jesus. I wonder if she can, hopefully she's find something else before then, I feel like there has to be jobs out there that need, people who work in that field. Krowski was there. He was, yep. Not if it's not working, because it won't work at an ATM either. And also, how do I get to said ATM? I don't drive, or I don't have a car, remember? So that means that I'd have to DoorDash, and I can't do that without the money that's on my card that's not working because of the Google being down. So that's a problem. That is a problem. A huge problem. See, so maybe that they can help her, because I feel like there would be, there's got to be something out there for her. You've used your chime today. My chime's not working. So I don't know if it's just I don't know, because mine is doing this when I open it. It's literally not working. So I open it up and I get this big, see, it won't let me do anything. It says we're currently this big thing right in the middle of my screen. I can't move anything. I can't anything. Nothing at all. Just this big white box in the middle that says we're currently investigating a third-party issue causing a service degradation across our platform. We're working hard to resolve the issue as soon as possible. Bullshit, I say. Yeah, well, see, the problem with that is I keep everything in my savings and I only move it into the checking when I need to. So I can't even move it. So that's half the problem. Yeah, I probably restart. So there's like a shutdown of services. So things like Google, Venmo, Amazon, I just read a huge list, are all not working. Chime, right now. And apparently some of them haven't been working since yesterday. So yeah, right? Literally, I got to check it into savings, right? Literally, Kevin. You're totally right with that, though. You're going to check it into savings? Yeah, Joe Krowski. I don't know who he's representing in that whole thing. Yeah, it wasn't really clear. But they were trying to get all of the Proctor files basically unsealed. That's what that whole thing was about. So I have no idea who Krowski is representing in that aspect of it. But there was, more than one attorney there. So we'll see, because it was Judge Krupp. So we'll see what Krupp, does. He didn't want to make like a ruling right then and there, even against his better judgment, he said. So I don't know. But yes, checking into savings. It's exactly, literally a checking into savings. I just put everything in my savings, and then when I need it, I move it over to the checking and use it. And then that's that, I don't know. I'm going to try to see if I can get an answer to that today, but I don't know. I don't know why he would withdraw the appeal. I don't know if they made some sort of agreement and that's why. I don't know. We don't know. I'll ask and see what answer we get, or if we have one we can give or not. But I don't really know the answer to that right now. But I will try to find out for you guys for sure. See, that's totally okay for you to vape and smoke. Yeah, but see, it's totally okay for you to have made mistakes in life, right? And still not be judged for those. And that is like, the crux of who the sewer turtle is loving to talk about other people like he has a right, but never ever take responsibility for anything he has done. Ever. And that's a problem. It's a huge fucking problem. I don't understand it, I just don't get it. All right, it's 3:05. I have to go. I have to get my little off bus in a minute. Ugh. It's giving me a headache, Scorpio, even thinking about it, because I know the hell that I'm going to have to deal with today because of all those things being down, and like my head's already ready to explode because of it. I'm telling you, like, I'm just like, I can't. Like, I cannot. I literally can't. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Maybe one day we'll talk to Hank. Maybe one day. I have to, me and Hank have a lot of, I have to pick his legal brain. I gotta pick his legal brain. You know what I mean? I have to. I gotta. Have to do it. Right? I did answer the question. Did we not? Did I not answer the question? Did I not answer the question? I did, right? I did. I did. I didn't know, because when we turned it on, I didn't know it was on. It was like halfway through. So I don't know who he was representing. So I don't think they would have known either. Because when I realized it was on, we were already like halfway through that hearing. So we didn't see like the beginning part of it. I was actually looking for something else when I like stumbled across it and was like, whoa, something happening here. We got to watch. So that's probably why, yes, he's a cyber terrorist. That's definitely, I mean, that's probably what happened. And that's why everything shut down. Some cyber attack. That's what I'm guessing. It's just going to make it very difficult for people like me who have their money on places I can't use. So, yes, I email him. That's just, I don't even want to think about this. Today is just my head is going to explode. So basically, all we have to work with is, God, PayPal, which I don't have a PayPal card for, so that ain't going to work. And I think I already moved everything to my Chime from that. then Cash App. That's pretty much it. I moved everything already from those places. Oh my God, my head's gonna explode. Bingo. It does say more about him than it does her, you know? And I'm hoping that people start seeing what it is, you know? I love this. I love this comment. Thank you. And you know what? Yeah, I was gonna say that this must be why you haven't heard from him, right? He's busy. He must be busy working, right? Hard, like real busy, trying to figure out what the hell's going on. But I do love this comment. And on your way out, right? I asked that anybody who does want to leave a comment for her, that you leave it there for her to see, because she didn't deserve that. No one does, right? No one deserves that. And I know she's having a hard time today, dealing with this attack that came fucking out of really nowhere. And all she wants is to be left alone. That's it, you know? It's just sad. You know, anybody who, you know, likes other people's pain, that shows you what kind of person that they are. And I really hope that people take a second look at who they're following and supporting when it comes to that, because it could be you that they do it to next. And people are like, well, I'm a nobody. I'm just a viewer. How many of those people has he attacked? Many. Many, 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 many. So I ask people to just use your brains and look at the person that you're clapping like a seal when he harms people, and know that everyone else will clap like a seal if he does it to you. And do you really want to live in that kind of world? Because I don't. It's shitty behavior. That's the bottom line. It's shitty behavior. I love your stinking faces. Please leave a nice little comment if you do so choose for Kara. I know she would very much appreciate it. And I love all of you. I will see you guys tomorrow. I might try to pop in tonight. I have a lot of stuff to do. I got laundry to fold. I got dinner to make. I got stuff to do. But I might try to pop in tonight later on if I can. But if I can't, I can't, and I will still see y'all tomorrow. If you're catching me on the restream, I guess don't try to use Venmo unless it's up and working now. Don't try to use anything but the Cash App and the PayPal and the link that we have. We do have an Amazon wish list. Apparently, you can't use that either. So right now, everything's down. I love all of your stinking faces. And thank you again to the very anonymous person. Your beautiful little note here and your gift that I am wearing, because I love it and it's beautiful, and it's the little things, right, that make us smile. And, you know, when something like this comes, or a donation comes in after my stream, it gives me the biggest smile. Like, it's just always like a really nice little note that someone writes with the donation, or something like this is, you know, comes to my door. It just kind of lets me know that, like, people appreciate and they want to support in any way that they can. And that means a lot to me. That means a lot to me as a person. So with that, I love all of you. I don't know who Rosemary is representing. I'll try to find out for you, though, and put it in the comments when I find out. I love your stinking faces, and I'll either see you guys later tonight or tomorrow morning. Bye.